Hi, my name is Juan Rafael Avitia, Ralphie, some people know me as Ralphie. And I'll be posting this video in 2018. This will be my first video posted. I've had a YouTube channel for a while, but I've never posted much up publicly. So here we go, we'll kick it off in 2018 with this very first post. First of all, in this video, I'm gonna pose a question and I'm gonna give you the answer to this question. Is Donald Trump a terrorist? Well, let's define terrorism. Terrorism is the use of violence to achieve a political goal. Therefore, when you look at some of the things that Donald Trump has said throughout his presidency and prior to that during the campaign, everything from when he first kicked off his campaign where he called Mexicans rapists and etc. And he stereotyped us all as MS-13 gang members. And when he puts down Latinos throughout the United States in a way that disparages us and paints us all as the same crime lawbreakers and calls us bad hombres, as he used that stupid phrase to refer to us, what does that do to an entire community? Well, I'll tell you what it does. We suffer the ramifications of violence, of hatred, of bigotry, of stereotypes, of bullying in schools. That is violence. And let's show another place where violence took place. During the rallies, when black people were at his rallies, he would basically encourage his supporters to use violence against them, including in one incident where he promised, or he said that he would pay the legal bills of that person, whoever took it out on a black person, which it did happen several times, not just once. You could look at some of the past clippings and you could see some disturbing violence committed against black people on television. He also mocked a disabled reporter from New York, and he denied it even though everybody saw him do it. By the way, he's a pathological liar as well. And then the violence he launched against women is no secret. That's been well documented. So he can't run away from that. He did that before and after he became president. So the words he's used to belittle women, to belittle black people, to belittle Mexicans, Latinos, is a sad sight to see. But it wasn't over there. It wasn't over then. He also put down people, including the transgender LGBTQ communities, when he said he'd be behind them in the military. And by the way, I'm no fan of the military, but he threw them under the bus after promising that he'd have their back. So it's all words coming from him, but his words have consequences. His words result in actual violence. And finally, people don't get this. He also instigated violence against his own community. Poor white people, working class white people, many of them suffering from what they call the opium crisis. He claimed that the opium crisis was something he was going to attack. He claimed he was going to launch a war against the opium crisis. He claimed he'd have their back. All these communities, all these poor people who voted for him. And what happened? He backs out. He gives a lip service and doesn't do anything except for to reduce, cut, and eliminate these programs that would otherwise help poor white people who are struggling with addiction. So poor white people, you're actually on our side. You're actually with us when it comes to this man, because in actuality, his words has caused, and his words will continue to cause violence against entire communities, including you. So with that said, let's go back to the main question. Is Donald Trump a terrorist? Well, the answer is yes, Donald Trump is a terrorist. His words have not just resulted in violence, but it's continued violence that we'll see for years to come. His policies have resulted in violence, and we'll see that for years to come. So in actuality, the use of violence and violent words and violent languages to achieve a political goal, aka his policies, Donald Trump is a terrorist.